I know nothing about this game besides Miror B exists. That's it. Like, that's all I know. The game is doubles format, and Miror B is a character that exists, and it's an amazing character. So, let's get started. What is this character design? What is this, like, Digimon JRPG protagonist looking design? This is not a Pokemon character. His name is West, as in Western, since this game region is based off Arizona. In that case, there's only one thing to call him. Let's see. Okay. There's okay. What is this opening cutscene? My goodness. And then there's a bike with an Espeon in it. Sure. What? What is this bike even supposed to be? I'm pretty sure that's not eco-friendly. That is not an eco-friendly bike. There's only one wheel. Look at this giant motor in the front. This thing has no wheels either. What is this? It's a glorified unicycle. This game was being developed when the Star Wars prequels hit the big screen. The devs loved them and made all the vehicles hover. It's a hover bike. Yeah, look at this thing. It just floats. What is this? Are there any other bikes in this game? Does everything just float down here? Team Snag'em. That is a name. At least their name fits what they do. They snag 'em. Sure, gotta snag 'em all. Hey, do you know about Team Snag'em? No, I mean, I know they have a stupid name. That's about it. Alright, so tutorial boss. We can see. Not tutorial boss. Tutorial battle. The enemies here can't really hurt you or do anything. So this is a good way to teach you basic mechanics in a battle context without having to like give you instructions. So let's see, they gave Umbreon a standard attack. I forgot what secret power did, they removed this move. A support debuffing move, and another support like buff stealing move. Whereas Espeon has the same thing, 2 attacks, 1 physical, 1 special, a support buffing move for your team, and another support buffing move for your team. They gave these 2 a starting moveset which properly reflects double battles. Okay, a lot of water, I can see. And then there's these 2 guys just like hauling a corpse in a bag. Amazing. Won't stop scrolling. It is a body in a bag. Are they about to like pull a Yakuza style execution? Just drown this person in the water? Shady Guy Folly. Well, great name as well. Oh, yuck. Yes, I'm sure yuck is the best way to describe a corpse in a bag. Oh, yuck. Oh, is that so? Thank you. And you are... I see you're... Oh, it's the second character. I mean, yuck is the best way. Yuck is an accurate description to it. Oh, yuck, indeed. She looks even more Digimon. Sure. Sure, Digiman and Digigal. What are these character designs? My goodness. I was in a neighboring town when these 2 grabbed me. Did they use a particular Pokemon? Oh yeah, this is back when they still wrote Pokemon like that. A particular Pokemon, no. What do you mean when they use a particular Pokemon? Oh, no, that's fine then. Well, it's easy to see something in your mind. You should go see our mayor. He's a very kindly person, sure. The mayor's house is near the Fountain Square past here. Go up the stairs from the left, from the square, and it's on your left. The mayor might know something. I know I'm imposing. No, I don't want you. Can you not? Yeah, you see this every once in a while in games. You have to pick this option. It's the illusion of choice. Gives you the impression that there's an option, but it's mostly just to give you like funny dialogue options. That's it. Sometimes you get like comedic dialogue for this. I think you can use items with one Pokemon on the other. Oh yeah, right. This is Generation 3 mechanics. Before, when items and turns were a bit operated differently. Okay. What is this Kingdom Hearts like Riku ass design? Excuse me? I have a feeling I may see you again somewhere. Okay, see you at the end of the game. This guy's gonna just leave and not come back until the end of the game. That's your big bad villain preview, I suppose. Okay. I am Escade the mayor. So, are we not gonna talk about the extremely evil man that just walked out your front door? At all? Are we not gonna address that? No? The Pokemon Stadium. You could have just like called it the Pokemon Colosseum. That would be like, okay, that would be a roll credits moment right there. Yeah, the flow of the story. Okay, exit out, come back, and it's the bald people. I'm getting the impression that for some reason the bald people will be speaking like British. Like they're just the stereotypical British punk. By the way, how do you feel like having an ex-criminal as a Pokemon protagonist? It's an interesting concept, and I would likely care a lot more if our protagonist actually has a voice. I understand that silent protagonist is a common trend for a reason, because it allows people to put themselves in the place of the character better. But when your character can't talk or say anything besides yes or no, it makes it very difficult to get a sense of what their personality is. And it doesn't necessarily need to be that way either, because there are games out there where they can run a silent protagonist very well, but the protagonist would still convey a lot of personality through dialogue options. See, earlier on I mentioned how dialogue options are used for funny responses, and that's true. But it also allows for some amount of self-expression, because you can have your protagonist say the weirdest things through dialogue options. It's okay, Digiman, it doesn't matter. After all, you're my gallant prince who rescued me while I was in trouble. No, I'm not. I just untied a sack. I like how Digiman is just staring straight forward. Just look at where he's looking at. He's just completely ignoring her. And now... Oh yes, it's the best character. It's the one character I know from this game's existence. And it's him. He's here. Oh my god. Oh, that looks so awkward in this art style. The models and everything. Like, you can tell what he looks like and he's amazing, but look at that winning smile. Darling, did you say your name was Digiman or something? We don't approve of these sort of names around here. That sweet young thing, she can see things that ordinary people aren't supposed to see. And then the tree guys just walk off, sure. And that's it. Mickey Mouse ass hat, yeah. Ah, so this is the shadow Pokemon mechanic. I can see a black aura coming from it. They must have done something to that Pokemon. Okay. So this is the game's primary gimmick, besides being a doubles battle simulator. This is the other thing I know about the game. You have to capture Pokemon from other trainers. And I assume this is where the game's actual difficulty will lie. And a fancy ass animation. Okay. Okay, Makuhita. I'm surprised they gave you Makuhita as the first. They didn't give you something with an easier catch rate. We got flattened again. Miror's gonna chew us out. What do we do? What is there to do? Run away, yes. You're not Jolene shortly. But he does know the Joestar technique. Oh, hello, Mr. Green Man. So there's gonna be one guy that has a water Pokemon, one guy for grass Pokemon, one guy for fire Pokemon. Now, I don't know what those Pokemon are, but it's not also at the same time it's not worth thinking too hard. So fire is always a good option. But also I have no idea what these Pokemon are, so it could be anything. Oh, let's see what are the starters they designate for us. Quilava. Ooh. So are all three gonna be just the three Johto starters? Because you couldn't transfer Pokemon from Gen 2 to Gen 3, this game provided a lot of those Gen 2 Pokemon that got left behind. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, okay, so Shadow Rush is a takedown style move. It makes sense as a gimmick for this game, but ooh, that's not pleasant. Artificially closing the door to the Pokemon's heart. What is this, Kingdom Hearts? Like, what is this plot line? They say if any Pokemon closes the door to its heart, they can be gradually reopened by battling together with it. This is really just Kingdom Hearts, innit? We just need to have about like 20 more mentions of the word darkness. Pyrite Town. It is said to be home to sinister Pokemon. I don't have any money to give the likes of you. Okay, so I guess this is the part of the story where we deal with Miror B. How did wait? What? Why did we suddenly just cut to here? We just suddenly just appeared in this guy's office. Oh, it's these two. How did these two get caught? Don't tell Miror B that we are hiding in jail. So we turned ourselves in for stealing that truck, and there we are. I mean, no one's gonna look for you guys here, that's for sure. If we stayed here, we'd be safe from Miror B. I tend to like to keep my game in set mode, even though in most main games the default is switch. Because I feel like not being able to switch adds a lot more strategic complexity into the game. Oh, there's something here. Oh, cool, we get Mischievous. I always did like... But we don't have Mismagius in this game. That's a shame. I really like Mischievous as a Pokemon in general. I've got like a tiny little plush toy of it. It's a really cute Pokemon. Yeah, it's a real shame that this is Generation 3 and we don't have Mismagius, because I love to use Mischievous and Mismagius. I think it's one of the cooler Pokemon they gave an update for. We have 6 Pokemon. Wanna try Justice optional battle? I'm not willing to try that until I at least wake some of these shadow... Unless I unshadow some of this Pokemon first. Because, as you can see, shadow Pokemon are not good in fights. Yeah, like most Pokemon tend to have very clear designated roles in this game, because they limit the pool of options you have. So it's very easy to get Pokemon which are specific for one or two purposes. Because in the main games, you can use anything. So it's, even though you have tanks and stuff, you will probably not be using them as much. Like right now, being a game company in this current economy, especially in Singapore, yeesh, not good. So many jobs just get laid off. This guy, what the heck? Okay, sudden dramatic zoom in. And here's our Final Fantasy looking ass villain, Master NASCAR. I like how NASCAR is just entertaining Miror B's shenanigans. Like he's just like Miror B is just that one colleague at the workplace which is really competent and does really goofy shit, but he's so good at his job that people just allow him to do his weird stuff. And they're okay with it. He's having way too much fun. Yeah, Miror B just knows he's evil and is enjoying himself. I shall make my return to the cave with my darling Pokemon. Let the music play. I like how this is just purely okay, just 1 second of music. And like an incentive. Let's just leave him. Look at this rundown piece of crap Colosseum. It's just a broken down old dome. Congratulations, you're the champion. If only the game was that easy. 4848. The unlucky in Chinese culture, the unlucky number and the lucky number side by side. How cute. Because 4 is an unlucky number in Chinese culture, and 8 is a lucky number in Chinese culture. So if you go anywhere during Chinese New Year, you tend to see a lot of 8s like plastered all over the place. Oh, so Duking doesn't do anything because Miror is holding his Plusso hostage. That's cute. Like big buff man with cute like companion is peak character design. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I get it. They give you a Shadow Remoraid and a Shadow Mantine. I see. Mantine's actually pretty good. I want that. That's a really good Pokemon to have. Mantine is surprisingly useful because I recall it's got a huge amount of special defense. Like, you tend to see this in a lot of video games, like turn-based RPGs as well. You have the designated tank character, but the tank character which doesn't do much damage. But the tank character still needs to provide some form of utility besides just sitting there and not dying. Oh, thank you, save me. Do you know Duking? How will you help me? Do you know Duking? No, I don't know Duking. I've never seen this man before in my life. Cowardly cheat, that's not true. Taking a hostage is perfectly fine as a bargaining tactic. He's got a point, you know? Like, that is perfectly valid, you know, villain shenaniganry plans. Huh? Ooh, welcome aboard, Game Rotator. Yeah, it's rotated. Thank you for joining, Game Rotator. So let's just do this one time. Mantine sucks so much right now. I need to unlock its moves, but oof. I don't want to use Mantine, it's so bad. Okay, nah, this is something I like. This is something you sometimes see in games as well, where they go and like show you a bit of something cool and something valuable, but you can't get there. So it puts the idea in the player's mind of, okay, how do I get there and how do I get the cool thing? In this case, you can see there's a little path that leads up there. So this is like a little preview of something of a reward to get, so the player is not incentivized to explore further to find out how to get that reward. One of those like very small but cute game design tricks to help with exploration a bit. Another low tide Lombre. I was saying earlier, this is something great to have. This gradually leading up to what would eventually become Miror B and his 6 Ludicolo's. Okay, so since this is Miror B, oh god, Mantine is still useless. Like, it's not an endgame type, if that makes sense. Oh no, Mantine. Why are you being so bad? Safeguard. Crap, we have to do this. Damn, we have to do this the long and hard way. And Mantine is therefore useless. So I can't status the dang thing. What is? Look at its animation, it's just spazzing out. Rayquaza's animations? Yeah, Rayquaza is expected to have good animations. It's a cover legendary, it needs to look good. Like, it's contractually obligated to look good. You're still useless, Mantine. What a team. Such a mood whiplash. Does he just ignore you until you... He just ignores you. I love the fact that Miror B doesn't care that you're here. If you just try to sneak past him, he'll just tell you no, very politely. And he doesn't even fight you, he just dances. Like, he has no evil plan. He's just here dancing in the cave for no reason because he's just having a good time. Yeah, he's just living his best life. He doesn't really care about Cypher or about, you know, is that the name of the guys? He doesn't really care about is Cypher, I think was it called? He didn't give a name yet, but he doesn't really care about his boss. He just wants to dance. Oh, he actually stopped the music. He actually the music actually stops. I like that it implies that Miror B is just blasting his own theme over the intercom. It's really good. But my, you have been busy being naughty and messing up our plans. It was oh so close for everything to turn out just right, just the way we hoped. But I can salvage our plan by beating you, little man. Little man? I mean, he is pretty big. Pretty sure everyone's little compared to him. He's taller than his Ludicolo. There is time for one last frantic dance before the grand finale. Let the music play. Strike a pose. Cypher admin. Oh yeah, this is where you first hear the word Cypher. Look at him go. Like, okay, his team's really funny, but I have to say, the team I'm more familiar with is what you get in the sequel game. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's what you have in the sequel. And that one's a vibe. I love that. Rain Dance. Oh, I see. Too loud after all? Ah, that's a shame. Fair. Okay, I'll lower it. Rain Dance, okay, it makes sense. Ludicolo's got like, I wonder if it's saying stuff in Spanish. Yeah, probably. You know, it might just be like generic, like Spanish noises. Leech, ooh, that's okay, that's nasty. Leech Seed, Rain Dish, Rain Dance, ooh. That is an evil thing to have as a moveset. One of the Ludicolo of Rain Dish also runs Dive. Yeah, this thing's it's got Leech Seed as well. This is a nasty strat. Unlike the regular Pokemon games, the order of the Pokemon is not set. I mean, yeah, but in Miror's case, he's got like 6 Ludicolo. You can't even tell that he's got a different team. It's really funny. Like, yeah, well, which Ludicolo is this? I don't know. What does it do? I don't know. Mega Drain, Leech Seed. Ooh, this is a nasty. This guy's got a nasty strat. They did not hold back with this. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore the Stally one for now and just target the other. Yeah, a bit. At least he doesn't do that much damage. It's all just spamming heals and gradually wearing you down over time. Toxic Umbreon, yeah, this is a good strat. This is a good battle for Toxic Umbreon. They don't do that much damage, but they gradually wear you out. Statuses are just really... Status moves are so strong in Pokemon, in general. Like, in most other games, status moves wear off over time. But here, wow, they're just there all the time. I'm doing fine. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. Flappy's really good. The game... People talk about how bad the games for early Pokemon are. But the thing is that there actually are a lot of options. Like, I seem to have stumbled into a Parafusion strategy and it seems to be working pretty well. Rain Dance, no big deal, let him do his thing. It won't happen, but I would love the chaos in the fanbase if they randomly brought Miror back for a modern mainline game. Like, yeah, I would really like that because he's such a fun character in general. I mean, they brought Green into Let's Go games. I mean, that's a bit... No, it's not that, because with Let's Go, it's under Game Freak. But in the case of these games, this might be IP which is owned by Genius Sorority, so I don't know who holds the Colosseum IP and the characters. Intellectual property is a very, very tricky thing to manage. Yeah, so like, even if Game Freak wanted to, it's really tough. There's a reason why you tend to not see spin-off characters in other mainline media as a result. Absorb. You notice that all of his Pokemon tend to have really low power moves actually as well. Like Absorb, Mega Drain, Water Gun. They really banked on Miror's entire strategy being the reason why he's hard to handle, and it works out really well. Astonish, yeah, look at this. It's all this Astonish to pair with what's it called, Swift Swim for lots and lots of speed and flinches. This is a really dangerous strategy. I can see why people will be overwhelmed by it if they're not careful. Some of the Pokemon behind this game don't even work at Genius Sonority anymore. I mean, even if we're just talking about the context of the game itself, that's not an issue because, you know, It's sad, but it's true, because even if you have a developer which leaves the company, the IP still exists. Why is there a Sudowoodo? Oh, it's the shadow. Right. But yeah, so what was I saying? I got distracted. So yeah, even though the people may have left, the IP itself is still standing. So if they wanted to, they could figure out a way to negotiate for it, but at the same time, is it really that worthwhile to get it just for Miror B? Probably not. Razor Leaf, that's actually pretty good as a move. Yeah, it's time to start working towards capturing this thing. He still does do it. Yeah, he still does do a little bit of a dance. He's a very staticky dancer, but he does still dance a bit. This probably is another dancing Pokemon they could have given him, but Sudowoodo works well for the context of an early game Pokemon. You know, it's not like Snorlax, you know. It fulfills the same role as Snorlax in the Gold and Silver games, but it's not as broken, because Snorlax was hella broken to get. Can you imagine a dancing Snorlax? That would be great. That's brilliant. Dancing Snorlax doing something like that belly dance? I don't think I want to entertain that mental image. That sounds very disturbing. Like, just imagine a Snorlax dressed in all those veils. What do you call it? Indian? They're not Indian veils. I don't know what they are. I'm not sure of the culture that invented the belly dance. Oh wait, what? Wait, what did you do? Was that takedown? No, Mischievous. That's a cool. I mean, that's a cool knockout animation, but no, Mischievous. Shadow is still super effective against everything. It's just that Shadow Rush itself is a really crap move. So it probably isn't going to threaten anything outside of the early game. It's just that we are still in the early game. Yeah, yeah, it's almost a 6-0, so that's a 5-1. Pretty good. Wait, no, he's got 5 Pokemon in it, so it's like a it's a 5-1, yeah. Okay, that's enough damage. Okay. That's more than enough damage, I think. We are catching this thing immediately. And Colosseum Shadow Rush is just typeless and neutral against everything. I mean, yeah, that's really bad. It has some uses because you can hit steel types with it, but it's really bad. Let's catch it. Yes. Okay, we're done. Oh no, he's still dancing even when he's defeated. What a champion. What a boss. Gotta love Miror B. His posse is just right there with him. all dancing in sync. I love this guy. Don't think you'll get away with your latest outrage. One of these days I will take great pleasure in kicking you about with my elegant dance steps. Oh, I'm not giving up our Shadow Pokemon plan either. He still wants to be easy, to be evil. Let's go, escape. And he runs off, and all the little Colossus follow after him. Look at that! It's so cute. I like how there's also spotlights on the Plusso as well. It's like just calling attention to it to compensate for the fact that its model is so tiny. From a game design standpoint, it makes sense to like indicate the objective. But at the same time, it's also really funny to imagine Miror B just sets up a bunch of spotlights just to have this guy dance. And here's Duking. Digiman, you're safe. Oh, and Plusso. Miror B got away. Look at how high this thing jumps. Look at that. How many times of its height is that? That's like what, 5 times its height of jump? Like for Plusso, every day is leg day.